All right, welcome back, guys. We're going to focus on Lecture 10, Mining in the West. Now, you have mining booms and busts. Booms mean, there's a lot of gold, silver, whatever it is you're mining. Bust means not so much, or that gold, silver runs out. So gold and silver rushes will lure fortune seekers. Right? California's 1849 gold rush, you all know about that. Colorado in 1858. Black Hills in 1874. Right. Comstock Lode was in 1859 was the largest silver strike in U.S. history. That's in Virginia City, Nevada. So it's not always gold. Silver is very, very valuable as well. Now, Alaska, the Klondike Gold Rush in the 1890s. We haven't really gotten to much about Alaska yet, but it's there. A lot of people are going to go into Alaska for this gold rush. Booms, though. That means the mine is booming, okay? So they'll soon lead to busts as your metal dries up. Metal is hard to find. This will mean that thriving towns means many people are there. These towns are growing. As the metal dries up, people leave. They move to the next mine. Right? Those towns become ghost towns. Okay, towns like Tombstone, Arizona. Many of you have probably seen or heard of Tombstone. And Virginia City, Nevada thrive during these booms. You have saloons, basically like your bars, dance halls, gambling, merchants, restaurants. All of these open up as people see opportunity to make money off of the massive amounts of people moving into these towns. Eventually, though, you have an opportunity, but you have hard luck. Not everybody's going to be rich. People will be rich, but most people find nothing. It's like playing the lottery. Everybody wants to move out and get rich. When you realize you're not getting rich, you're going to have to move on and try again elsewhere. So when you move on, those towns become ghost towns, meaning no one's there. They're just towns that, used to be thriving, and now they're just there. They're not occupied by anyone. And now your legacy of the West. And remember, legacy is basically what you leave behind for others. And clearly the West left a legacy because we're talking about it today. And we talked about those cowboys, and now we'll talk about them more specifically. You have stories of adventure that appeals to Easterners living in crowded cities. Those crowded cities, they go to their factories, their mills, they go to whatever job they have, and they go home. Okay, they don't have that sense of adventure. Opportunity. There's no exploring. So the romance of the West is portrayed in dime novels. Okay, in these dime novels, and dime novels are just small little adventure books almost. You have them for children. You have them for ladies as well. Okay, the Wild West lasts only about 30 years, but it still influences Americans today. There's been hundreds, probably more, of Western movies. Okay, and a whole genre of Western movies. And it was all from a period of about 30 years. Okay, they'll mainly focus on the lives of very specific individuals whose deeds or doing whatever they've done were obviously famous. They were well known, and they still are known today. For example, Wild Bill Hickok, Wyatt Earp, and Doc Holliday. They were featured here in Tombstone. You have Wild Bill, all these movies. Jesse James and Billy the Kid. Most of you, especially in this region, know who Jesse James is, especially the Oakboro region. And you even have some females, Calamity Jane and Annie Oakley, that will make their names known. And you'll focus more on these individually in class. But there's these just famous outlaws or lawmen that made a name for themselves, and obviously their names still live on today, whether it be good or bad. Okay, and that will conclude your lecture 10.